welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Emmy. This is my cozy, comfy corner of the internet where I share my hobbies and talk about things that matter to me. Today, while I work on this cup noodle build, I would like to talk about something I get asked constantly. What it's actually like to be a plus size woman in Japan. As someone who is plus size and lived 10 years in Japan, I have a lot to say about this subject. So grab something cozy, get comfortable, and let's get into it. First, let me give you some context because I think that a lot of people don't realize how much body image is very different in Japan, how it's perceived in Japan compared to like other countries. So Japan has one of the lowest obesity rate in the world. What they consider obese in Japan is very different from a lot of other countries I've been in. And most people get actually shocked when they arrive in Japan and they see the sizes. Like an XL is not an actual XL you would find in the US. Like I wouldn't fit their 3XL in Japan. This is how much the sizes are extremely different. When I arrived in Japan for the first time, I only had 2 suitcases and I didn't have much clothes with me. So I can't tell you how shocked I was when I tried shopping for the first time. The first shop I get into, the lady looked at me while I was trying to find something my size, and she literally comes to me. So this is a staff from the store. She comes to me and goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, but we don't have your size here. You know, you cannot try these clothes." Okay. And this was my first experience ever shopping in Japan. So when people ask me how Japan is with plus size, this is the story I give them. This is only the closing part because y'all don't get me starting on when I went to the restaurant for the first time and ordered 2 different plates because I wanted to try 2 different things. I didn't expect to eat everything, or maybe yes, but whatever. Like, I just went to a restaurant, tried to get something to eat, and someone who was working there comes to me and says, "Oh, this is a lot of food. I don't think you can eat all this, as a woman." Then he looks at me another time and goes, "Oh, I see you might be very hungry." I was shook. At that moment, I didn't know what to say. I was really new in Japan, I arrived maybe 3 days ago. So it was a lot to take on for the first ever restaurant I go to in Japan. So let's start with clothing in Japan because this was the one that actually surprised me the most. A size 3XL or 4XL in Japan, it's basically the equivalent of maybe a M size or S size. We already built the first stop of the cup noodle. So me being a plus size in Japan, it was really hard to actually fit in the society because people would look at me weird. When I enter a shop, they would literally come to the front and stop me from entering their shop. Like, I didn't feel comfortable in my body at all. Like, if you're a size M or S, you would probably be an XL in Japan. If you go to Harajuku, any boutique in Harajuku, you would find a lot of cute things. But most of their sizes are maybe M, S, XS. You wouldn't find anything that is plus size. Sizes run significantly smaller. Even in normal shops, I don't know, you go to Uniqlo or H&M or Zara or whatever, all those big international companies. Even them, they have smaller sizing than most of the other countries. Oh, okay. I did it. Bruh. And by the way, the story that I gave you earlier about the lady that came all the way up front the store to tell me you cannot enter, that was at H&M. So this tells you how body image is extremely important in Japan. The good thing though is that things have shifted since the big wave of plus size trend. So now a lot of brands in Japan do carry bigger sizes. Now it's not as big as we want them to be, but it is still bigger than what they used to carry. The plus size fashion community in Japan is small but is growing. So after a couple of years of not feeling myself in my body in Japan and just being ashamed actually to be around other people in my plus size body, I actually found a brand called Punyus. It's a brand that carries very large sizes and was created by Naomi Watanabe. After I found out about her brand, I was literally shopping everything they had. It was the excitement of finally having something that fits me in Japan. Now, here is what I think people actually want to know. Is Japan rude about it? Do they stare? Do they actually make comments? Well, I would say yes. For me, 100% definitely it did happen over and over again throughout those 10 years. But I'm sure that other people might have other experiences in Japan. So this is only my personal experience. I would say Japan is built on politeness and social harmony. It's called omotenashi. But um, they won't be straightforward about it, but they will make you feel like it. And it's sad because I remember going into the trains or like going to work, and always have someone just do something around me that would make me feel uncomfortable. Like if I sit next to someone, they would literally just push me off the seat without saying anything, without telling me, hey, can you please scoot over a little bit? No, they wouldn't talk to you. That's the thing, they wouldn't talk to you. This is where I was actually blindsided. They wouldn't call me out, but they would definitely make me feel very uncomfortable everywhere I go. And here we build the cup noodle. There's this concept in Japan of things being said without being said. And as a plus size woman living there, I felt it. But I did go through it. I struggled fitting anywhere, to be honest. One thing that marked my first year when I was in Japan is when I learned about the law Metabo. One day I was going to work and it was my second day of work. And so that day in the morning, before we all start to work, our manager asked us to take off our apron. We had this cute uniform. If I found the picture, I'm gonna share it to you. At that moment, I really felt uncomfortable, but she took a measurement tape and started literally measuring our waistline. I did not know what to expect at this moment, but then I found out that it's because it is actually written in the law. Companies are required to measure employees' waistline. Oh, I finally have it. Okay. And they have a limit, and if you're above that limit, then you have to attend into like this course, weight loss course or something. Of course, I was above the limit, but because I'm a foreigner, they kind of just let it slide away. That tells you a lot about how deeply the government and the society are invested into this like skinny culture as a health standard. It was a hard one to take, especially as someone who knows that being skinny doesn't mean being healthy. Something I really did not appreciate in Japan was the fact that plus size women are mocked by the society. Even celebrities like Watanabe Naomi have said on TV that she was mocked at multiple times by other colleagues or other celebrities that she knew. I remember having conversations with my friends about this, and they would tell me the same thing. Their own friends would mock them on their body size. And we finally built the cup. Now we need the inside. It looks awesome. I would say though, Japan is absolutely wonderful and has wonderful people. You just need to be aware of the culture and how things work there. If you're plus size and planning to visit Japan or live there, this is what I want you to know. Japanese hospitality is real and people will treat you with kindness. Genuinely. The biggest challenge is really just the shopping side of it. Uniqlo goes up to 4XL now, so you have some options. Japanese food is incredible, you have plenty of choices, and hopefully no one policies you while you're eating. The spaces are way smaller, like trains and other public spaces, so sometimes it feels really hard to fit, but honestly you will have the best time, okay? I didn't talk about this to discourage anything, but more of like educate you on that topic in Japan. I think it's important to speak up about things and make sure to share our own experiences. I genuinely enjoy sharing my experience in Japan, so if you have any more questions, you can just leave a comment below and I will be more than happy to tell you more. As much as I love Japan, I have to be honest, about all the growing that that country still has to do. I really hope this was helpful, and don't forget to drop your questions in the comments, especially if you're planning to visit Japan or living in Japan, or you just want to go to Japan or want to know more. If you've been to Japan, I really want to hear your take on this. This cup noodle is almost done. It looks so realistic, you guys. It's crazy. I'll show you the finished build in the next video, and make sure to subscribe if you're new because I post every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Sundays, and I'll see you in the next one.